here we go. I'm suddenly nervous. Voyboy getting the first move. Look at that quickness. Boom. She says.
Okay, she's going for the Caro-Kann. I mean, that is really impressive. She needed to prepare with the black pieces. I think Chiyu actually helped her with this.
But look how fast she played there.
Yeah, I mean, 0.4 seconds. She has more time than she started with. This is a great sign.
No, she just went full. And look at that. She's pre-moving.
Oh my gosh, Fuslie, I respect the hustle. She's trying to scare Voyboy. I love how Voyboy is wearing the beanie again. It just makes his brain look bigger. It's an intimidating technique.
The cone heads was a thing at some point. Not a very cool thing, but okay, moving on. Fuslie, I feel like this is a message she's trying to send. Let's take a listen to see what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not phased. Do it. I'll take your bishop. You know I will. I'm not phased. Okay, so we have an imposter hat going on. We are probably going to build out this hat part. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Whew. I almost done blocked my bishop. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Where do I put this thing? This pins his guy to the... I kind of like that. We are pinning your knight, Voyboy. How do you like that?
I love that. The slight trash talk.
I'm too confident. Okay, this is my next move. We're getting the hat development. I'm not, nothing's boom, boom. Okay, sure, that's
all
fine.
Right,
You're supporting this
highlights.
which is all good. I like it.
Highlighting, anticipating her
I don't really know. I mean, if you go here,
okay. We are upset here. I'm loving the confidence.
I mean, whatever, really, right?
Yeah, the confidence is great, but I'm always a little bit worried to see players make it out of the opening, and then what's going to happen.
Right.
But so far, so good. Voyboy also has that pin on the C6 knight, but that's a lot less intimidating because she can always just take back with the pawn versus the knight on F3. There's some risk he'll have to mess up his pawn structure on the king side.
Wow, that was... Yeah, I mean, like you said, I was just impressed by how quickly she's played because also the position is totally equal, right? I mean, very close to dead equality, as everyone can see, not just from the eval bar, but players developing their pieces. At 97 was a little risky, Alexandra, because it blocks the bishop, which in turn blocks the castle, so that might be a move she'll wish she had back. You could have just developed the bishop, then gotten the knight out and gotten castled, so...
Right. Well, she'll have to move her g-pawn and develop the bishop or bring her knight to f5. If her plan is to bring the knight to f5, then this makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah, but I think we'll see how Voyboy handles it. I'm getting a sense that this is one of the moves you said, the risk of playing too fast is will you make a blunder, right? She was playing very confidently, in fact, up about a minute on the clock over Voyboy, but this could come back to haunt her, that she caused that kind of dysfunction to her ability to get the king out of the center.
Right, and now that she put her bishop on f5, she's not going to be able to put her knight there. So her development is about to get a little bit awkward. But on that note, maybe we should listen in on what Voyboy is saying about this as well.
Let's do it.
Nice music pace.
So I could go
contrary to popular belief, listening to classical music does not make you smarter.
Go something like that.
Or help your chess, but at least it doesn't distract from your focus.
Too bad. It's going to take her 2 moves to get this bishop out, 3 moves to castle, so...
See, he's highlighting it.
I could go queen here 1 move. This is after she's doing this. Bishop here 2 moves. Takes. I got nothing. I need to get this knight as another attacker, but now that the bishop is unpinned, I might be able to bring this over. Seems
I like what he's saying.
Okay, so she moved her bishop again. So kind of wastes a move. So...
Yeah,
she could take this
really breaking down his thought process, and I think he's doing it correctly. You saw that the pin on c6 was, a key point he could go for here. And now I wonder if Fuslie is going to see a6 to try and push the bishop away. It's a bit of a counterintuitive move because you're pushing a pawn on the side before you've developed. But I think she'll try to do something about the c6 thing.
So let me do that.
Yeah, well, now if she plays a6, that actually could do what you were talking about. That would actually help. But he seemed to have a pretty good idea of what the problems were in Black's position, listening in on him. Like he was describing, like it's going to take her 3 moves to get the bishop out, and that's going to cause problems here. So I think that he...
Wait, how is her diamond pink and mine is blue? What the hell? That's not fair.
Well, he doesn't know he can change his flare. That's hilarious. He's complaining about her diamond being pink.
I have to ask the... I guess Leslie, too.
We'll have to give him the tips so that he can make it a little bit more customized. I think he wants the pink one, too, judging from his outfit. Ooh, G6 mate. So this feels a little bit concerning because she didn't do anything about the pin, but also her dark squares are going to be a little bit weaker now. If he sees a move like bishop G5 to create double pins, it's going to be tough for her.
Yeah, G6 is risky, but... It's sort of a symptom of the problem she started when she put the knight in front of the bishop for that natural diagonal. So there's also, I'm pretty sure that if Voyboy sees it, he could play F3 and maybe even trap this bishop in the middle of the board here. I mean, this is risky.
That's a good call.
But maybe F3 and G4. Also, just moving bishop G5 is a huge problem because you threaten to take the dark squares, and now you're threatening to take here because the knight is pinned to the queen. So Voyboy, I think, rightfully pausing a little bit here to make sure he finds the right approach.
And as a coach, what would you be more proud of? A move like F3 or bishop G5 here?
Bishop G5, for sure.
And the reason for that is to not create weaknesses?
Well, I think that bishop G5 is a more like, wow, and he finds it. And I'm not his coach.
That's very impressive. Kid genius for a reason, right?
Bishop G5, but takes advantage. Like bishop G5 shows your critical thinking, that you recognize the problems with G6 immediately, right? It's like, I think as a coach, it's like you want to see things like that where someone plays this move and they don't miss the chance to immediately expose the weakness in something that's changed. Because a lot of people make up their mind in advance what their plan is, and they don't adjust when things are changing coming at them. But he immediately finds the best move, and I think this is big trouble here for.
And you can see Fuslie's reaction. She seemed quite animated. So I think she senses that she's in trouble here. And now if she just continues with business as usual, bishop G2 to try to continue castling, all of a sudden he can take the knight on C6. Oh, she does sense it. Okay, so she defends the knight one more time. That's a very good move on her end as well. It shows great not positional, but tactical understanding that she might be in trouble.
Agreed. It's sacrificing the dark squares, of course. Bishop F6 could be played, but it might have been the right poison to swallow, as they say. She was sort of picking between them.
All right, so now it's his turn to continue here. It's getting a little bit trickier. So she hasn't been able to castle yet. Yep.
And now if she does, the F7 pawn hangs too. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of watching them and just trying to read on their body language. I mean, again, we highlighted it and not to kind of, pick apart the point, but I really believe right back here, everything was going well. And you could even see the computer start to give white just a little bit of an edge on 97. Didn't like this move. And for good reason. It caused dysfunction that starts to get revealed later on. So let's go full screen with Fuslie again and see what she's talking about with those highlights.
Chill. That's what I'm going to do. Even though this is defending this and this, these guys have backup here. This guy has backup here. So, what did he do? Wait, what? Wait, how did he do that? Oh my God. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that was actually a bad move.
That freaked me out because I wasn't expecting that.
I love her reaction.
Don't think too fast. I mean, maybe I go like this. Is it better to move my queen here or my bishop here? My bishop is protecting nothing. My queen is really... I think it's fine to move my bishop up. It develops it. I can still castle.
That was a huge mistake by Voyboy.
I'm going to castle next move.
And she found the right continuation.
Yeah.
And now she's sitting. Has she been thinking on his turn as well?
Oh my God. When did we lose these pieces?
Yeah, she's done a very good job, I think.
Kind of aggressive game already. We've been trading. Oh my God, I'm not losing too hard right now.
Okay. But whenever we're listening in on them, I suddenly feel like
my
a golf
plan is still a
commentator
go,
and I
guys,
want to
by the
be
way.
quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk sneaky over her.
So he doesn't notice. But, like, what it's going to be is, like, this, then this, right? And as soon as I can do that, it's checkmate. So watch. He's going to be... Oh, wait. Holy... No. Okay, so that's our new problem. Here's our new arch enemy.
That was a little too scary.
It's kind of worth. Like, what do we do this, right? We go here. He takes.
He doesn't even see the nice pin. I love when you're calculating a line that starts with an illegal move.
It's what Albert calls the stunt double.
Okay, she castled, though. She figured it out.
That is awesome.
She's made this. I mean, okay, so it started here when Voyboy played bishop takes e7. And this is, I said I was proud of this move as a coach, Alexandra. Then this move is like, you never trade a more active piece for a less active piece, especially when the position is just begging for you to own the dark squares. So this was a huge mistake. The computer didn't like it either. And now Fuslie is right back in this game.
Absolutely. And Andrea's playing music really loud in the background. Can you guys hear it at all, or is it all right? Little siblings, you know? Okay.
Yeah. It's like, that's my mom. I don't know if you've heard, like, there's like vacuuming going on in the background here. No one can hear it either.
Okay.
But no, I'm kidding.
I'm going to ask her to turn it down. I love being at home during COVID. It's really been great.
Yeah. Really been great. Mm-hmm. You're in with your little sister. No inconveniences at all.
Yeah, fantastic. Yep. All right.
Okay, wow. This is actually crazy because even though F3 doesn't work, it's because of something that Fuslie would have to see that's very tricky to see. If the bishop just continues to go backward, White will trap the bishop, but the only way to save it at some point might be because of this crazy tactic, bishop c2, where you bring the queen to a square and take advantage of a pin on the c-pawn. This is like super grandmaster level.
Yeah, that's going to be impossible to see.
Exactly, which is why Fuslie just made a huge mistake. So this was one of those really tricky positions where even though we were right that Voyboy misplayed it, Fuslie had to see some really tricky ideas to save it. And one of them was maybe this crazy pin. You bring a queen to a square, and the point, everybody, is if the pawn takes it, Fuslie would win the queen for free. And this would actually maybe won the game for Fuslie, but that's a super hard move to see. This move,
and it goes even deeper because then let's not go deeper into the line. It is a hard one to see. So instead, she went for queen a5, trying to threaten a piece. But unfortunately, he can trade off first, get rid of the threat, and then take the bishop on e4.
Yep. The other thing she could have done was, traded on e5 perhaps and saved it. But I think Voyboy's reasoning now, Alexandra's making more sense to me. It was still a mistake by him, but the reasoning he played bishop takes e7 is I think he spied this bishop trap idea and just kind of committed to it. He was like, oh, I'm just going to go trap the bishop. But it doesn't work if Fuslie actually finds the right ideas to either trade or play bishop c2. So kind of can forgive him for giving up that dark square bishop, but he did get a little bit lucky.
Right. Well, now he's going to be up a full piece. He's a little bit lower on the clock. Do you think Fuslie still has any recovery chances?
I mean, she's only down a piece, but the problem is she's down a piece to one of the better players who seems pretty confident. Let's take a listen in on him because he is stretching, and let's see what he has to say.
Cracking her armor. Nice. Won the piece. Pawn takes. I can take back with a knight. If she brings rook here, I could also go there. I mean, pretty nice fork on the two rooks. It might be kind of logical. She could also bring the other rook over. But I have some nice, things on her king, too, so she's got to be pretty careful, I think.
Logical.
What I like is that he thinks on her time. This is really important in rapid games.
Great. Here come the five heads.
Chad, are you proud of him?
So proud. Wait, you weren't asking me, asking you.
No, that's important too.
Can we just play the music a little louder?
It's getting even more intense. I love it. And this is non-copyrighted, right?
Oh, God, I hope so. No DMCAs for me, please.
I actually have a fantastic update on DMCA.
Oh, gosh.
So,
is there such a thing?
I got a strike because I was listening to 50 Cent in the club, right? But yesterday, I found a remix to In the Chess Club by an artist who doesn't have it copyrighted. So guess who's going to be playing that on stream next? That's right.
First of all, if no one has heard Into Chess Club, will someone please share that link with chat? It is we did a contest on chess.com more than 5 years ago, which is where that incredible video came from.
No, don't give spoilers. Wait for us to show it on stream at some point. It's too good. It's too good to just link in the chat.
To check it out. Okay, I'll let you reveal later. But did you know that video was the one that won our contest? We said make a viral chess video, and that video won.
Yeah, no, I saw chess.com in the YouTube comments like, this is fantastic, so I assumed that was related to it.
Yeah. Many years ago, back when we were like, this internet thing is here to stay. I hear they're talking about a viral video. Let's get the kids to make one. And they did. The kids. Proverbial.
Yeah, your kids, of course.
You get it. All right, well, Voyboy's doing well now. He's coordinating his pieces, coming toward the king side. This is one of the more instructive ones, I think, for Fuslie. It's one of those ones where, as a coach, I would say, regardless of the tactics later that could have saved her, Alexandra, the energy you put into analyzing this game should really just focus on probably 97 early that we were talking about. There was no reason to create those problems for yourself. Oh, she just hung the F7 pawn. So
yeah, a lot of pawns are hanging here, and then he's going to have some scary checkmate tactics with sacking on G6. Oh, that would be actually a beautiful finish for Voyboy.
Yeah, let's see it. The reason I say that is because even if there's tactics later that could have saved a game, if they're the kind of tactics that it took an engine to make you realize were there, then they probably weren't on your critical thinking process. And you should put your energy into focusing on things you can control, which is like, all right, if I get this structure again, these are the mistakes I made that I can really put to memory and really commit to, right? Like, I can't rely on some crazy tactics. So Voyboy, despite his mistake of bishop takes e7, I think has been pretty much in control of this game since... really since this move here on move 7, where she willingly kind of blocked her own development there. So,
yeah, exactly. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier. I think the players who have been putting in the work, they're able to get out of the opening alive, but then the tactics start coming on, and it's just impossible to prepare for situations you don't expect. And that's where the more experienced player is going to take the W, as Voyboy is doing here.
Yeah, it would take a big blunder, but let's go listen into Fuslie some more. She's doing a great job, and let's see what she's got to say.
Right, what? This isn't really defending anything except this piece. He could take this, but I could take this. I'm gonna just do this. Wait, what was that? The move? Wait, I can't move his piece. Wait, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Oh my God, what was I gonna do? What was my move?
Oh no!
What was my move?
I forgot my move.
Wait, was I thinking about doing this because I can't? Oh, I was gonna go like this.
Oh no, she's
doing that.
No.
I feel like he's 10 steps ahead of me. I'm playing extremely reactively.
Oh,
it's not fair. I can't beat him. Well.
Her chat is going nuts.
What if I go like this? Out of nowhere.
No.
You feel this?
I love how
actually right now he's not that scary. Do you know what I mean?
She knows here, exactly what's happening.
He can go here. I can defend against it. I think I'm going to just go here. I'm going to start attacking him.
Oh, man. Well.
Oh, my God.
She seems happy, so that counts for something. Regardless of what's going on the board, she seems pretty psyched about, she's smiling with the chat. Yeah, it's tough. And she knows, she's like, as she said, she's like, I feel like he's 10 steps ahead of me and I'm just reacting, which is how it feels. Every chess player has had that, where you just feel like you're constantly reacting, and that's where she's at right now, so.
Yeah, and she's definitely intimidated, talking about how he must be 10 steps ahead. But wow, he's finding the tactic, Danny. I mean, he's going to checkmate her in 2 or 3, depending on what she plays here. She played fantastic.
That was the forcing mate. And, of course, there were a number of ways to win here, Chad. I mean, you could have taken with the knight. You could have just brought more pieces in. But Voyboy finds the most accurate way to win, which just speaks to his experience. I'll just show the checkmate that's coming. If h takes, queen takes, you have a choice between king h8 and get mated by the knight, or king f8 and get mated by the queen. So rook takes g6 that's pretty good stuff there from Voyboy. So
he has been working on that tactical eye. I mean, this was just quite a mismatch. Obviously, the games are going to start getting a lot closer as we have the two halves of the group breaking off into the champions division and the contender division.
Yep.
But until there, she's going to have to practice against number one in the tournament.
Yep. And we were talking about that earlier, not to change the setup. This game still has more, but okay, what I just predicted is about to happen, a checkmate in 2, and we'll see which one Fuslie chooses. But I believe that Voyboy will have to meet some of his challengers really in the second half. I think he's going to win this his quad, right? The quad that's happening now, and then here we go. Wow, that was just clean. What can you say, right? You got to tip your hat or take off your beanie if you're Voyboy. So.
Yeah, I'm digging the beanie. It seems to add some IQ, Danny. I think I'm going to have to try it for the next competitive game I do on stream.
Hey, good games.
Good game. Classic.